Queen Quet, Chieftess and the Head-of-State of the Gullah Geechee Nation, is the official spokesperson, liaison, and first Queen Mother of the Gullah Geechee people. Queen Quet, formerly known as Marguerite Goodwine, is a published author, computer scientist, lecturer, mathematician, historian, columnist, preservationist, and the archivist. In August 2008, Queen Quet was one of the first of 7 inductees of the Gullah Geechee Nation Hall of Fame. She received the Anointed Spirit Award for her leadership and for being a visionary. Queen Quet has not only provided histo-music presentations throughout the world, but also she is the first Gullah Geechee person to speak on behalf of her people before the United Nations in Geneva, Switzerland. Queen Quet was also elected, and installed by her people to be the first Queen Mother of an official spokesperson for the Gullah Geechee Nation. As a result, she is respectively referred to as Queen Quet, Chieftess of the Gullah Geechee Nation. Since 2006, Queen Quet has also been awarded a Beaufort, South Carolina Arts Council grant for a documentary that she will shoot called Voices of an Island. She has also been featured in the Walmart Voices of Color documentary, The Will to Survive, the story of the Gullah Geechee Nation, which aired in the United States during February and March, and internationally. The film won International Film Awards as well. Queen Quet continues to be called upon to sit on numerous local and national and international boards, and to consult and appear in films such as what she did for Mel Gibson, The Patriot, documentaries, The Rise and Fall of Jim Crow, This Far by Faith, The African American Religion Experience, The American Experience, Reconstruction, and Slavery and the Making of America. International programs in Australia, England, Germany, and Italy. Artistic productions and books. She continues to share her spirit and the stories, songs, language, and the soul of her people. She states, I learned the art of transmitting stories and folklore from the elders of my family as I grew up in St. Helena Island in Beaufort, South Carolina. At the time that I was learning these stories and would relay them to others, I did not realize I was being taught anything. The stories and the spirituals that are the central points of survival in my community came to me naturally as I did the movements, as I began to choreograph my own dances without any instruction of any kind. She believes Hunter must take care of the root for the tree. Hunter must take care of the root for heal the tree. I want to ask you all to stand as we welcome Queen Quet to the stage.
We don't say in the Gullah Geechee Nation that Hunter ain't know where Hunter did from, Hunter ain't going to know where Hunter going. In English you would say, if you don't know where you're from, you have no idea where you're going.
Amen. Amen.
And so it is obvious to me that God ordained today and this moment, because Reverend Wright and I didn't even set eyes on each other in person till we both stepped in that door and he said, come on Queen, go ahead of me. So we didn't compare notes. And as I listened to him, I said, oh, how apropos. I said, because everything he is saying lays the foundation for where we go with the family. When I thought about this interdependence and I thought about Sankofa, with the libation ceremony, I explained that we pour to the east, the west, the north, the south. You pour to all 4 corners of the earth. But also in African cosmology, you deal with life, birth, death, and the afterlife. And so when I started thinking about it, meditating on it for today, I thought about how family is intertwined in all of that. So when I thought about it, life, your family is in your life whether you want them or not. I think, can I get a witness? There's some people you would like to put out your family, but you just can't do it. My mama for the good, the bad, for the indifferent. They're there. So that part we cannot extract. So then when we talk about birth, in the Gullah Geechee Nation, we used to be birthed by midwives. And when the midwife would come, they came to the house where the family lived together on the family compound, like we still live in the Gullah Geechee Nation. I know y'all kept hearing Reverend Wright say the low country, but I'm going to teach him today. The low country and the Sea Islands, from Jacksonville, North Carolina to Jacksonville, Florida, are the Gullah Geechee Nation now. And so, and that's our national flag there. So in the Gullah Geechee Nation, we still own our land, and where we own our land, usually the elders' house is in the middle, and then all their children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren build around them. And they usually build in a circle, just like you see the circle of connection in our flag. And so when the midwife came, you could have 50 to 100 people coming over to see what's wrong. What's going on? What's going on? What did baby coming? What did y'all get outside? But when they got outside, they wasn't going far now. They would have been on the porch. They would have been there. Can you imagine 50 or 100 people show up to the hospital and you in labor? So imagine how that is, that you are there. You are in the midst of a beautiful thing, but a trying thing. And here are all these people, but they are there because they're praying. They are meditating. Somebody is fixing water, but they cook some rice or some grits for somebody to eat after all of this because somebody's nervous too. They ain't just boiling water just to boil them. Y'all see them in the movies all the time, boiling water. Right? And also so that the midwife would have what she would need to prepare the instruments, anything she needed, that she had that there. She had her herbs there, things that they would light up sometimes. They were supposed to now go ahead and make you be a little bit more relaxed, as relaxed as you could get in that kind of a moment. But today, what do you call it? Homeopathy. And you don't give credence and credit to the midwives who brought many of us into the world. But here it is, that is birth. So you got life, birth, death. If you want to see the biggest family reunion, let somebody die. Homecoming and homegoing. See, on the campuses, y'all celebrate homecoming. And all y'all will come out and drop it like it's hot. But when you have homegoing, people used to come to that same house where that baby was born, and the body would be there on the cooling board in a room. And the people would come in, and they would come and they would say the final word, but they wouldn't leave their house because they would start talking, and for long somebody starts singing, and for long they start shouting, and you shout and you shout. That's why even the word Gullah means people blessed by God. And see, the things of God are not easy for everybody to discern. It's the people of faith that God gives the power of discernment to, that can see and can know and that can understand. And as I like to say, overstand. And I know in institutions of higher learning, we tell you in the academic institution to get knowledge, but we don't teach you about wisdom and understanding.
That's right. Come on.
But Proverbs tells us, have fear, Rev. Wisdom is the, what, Rev? Principal thing. So get wisdom. But in all you're getting, get understanding. So we are here to help you understand today the value of family, the value of community as a family, and that is the only way we restore ourselves to African greatness, when we know we are interdependent upon each other.